Hi everyone, this is Sean Hayes with Hayes Attorney Fee LLC. In this video, I'm going to try to go through in medium detail the general types of custody that is granted by the court and how those interplay with each other. So we at Hayes Attorney Fee LLC concentrate in three areas of practice, that being family law, which would include obviously custody cases, estate planning and administration, wills and estates, as well as business law. So let's get into the types of custody that you would encounter in a judicial decision concerning custody of a minor child or minor children. So you can see here in the PowerPoint we have legal custody, physical custody, and then visitation. So in legal custody, that is going to be defined by the court is who has the decision-making authority for a minor child or children when custody is being granted by the court or by agreement or by consent order. So for example, like medical decisions, where the child or children would attend school, whether or not the child is going to receive a certain type of medical care, counseling, all those types of decisions would be under the umbrella of legal custody and who would have the authority to make those decisions. And so one would say that whoever has legal custody of a minor child or children would have the authority to make those types of decisions that were described. Physical custody is different. So physical custody essentially is an award or a direction by court or by consent or agreement defining who has physical custody of the child. So in other words, it's more definitional in form of who's the child living with on a day-to-day basis. And then visitation is a lesser form. It is not actually defined as custody, but as a lesser form, type of custody wherein someone is awarded simply visitation, so partial time with the child for periods of time, which can be on a regular basis. And so that gives us a general overview of the types of custody. Now let's get into some more of the details. So as you can see here, we're talking about legal custody. Again, that's who has basically decision-making authority with respect to a minor child concerning major decisions of educational, medical, and other types of major decisions concerning a minor child or children. And we have that broken down into different types of legal custody. You can see they're sole, primary, joint, and then the last one is joint with final decision-making authority. So sole legal custody clearly would indicate that one parent or one party to the case or to by agreement has the only controlling authority with respect to making decisions as it relates to a minor child or children. Primary legal custody indicates that one party has the primary ability to make those legal decisions. Joint legal custody is a situation where both parties or both parents, or if there's more than two parties to the agreement or order by the court, that both parties have input and both parties have to agree concerning these types of decisions that are made for the benefit of minor child or children. And then the final would be joint legal, meaning both parties have input. However, there would be a caveat that after the parties discuss, then a final decision is left to a single party after both parties have been able to give input concerning custody of a minor child or custody of the minor children. With respect to physical custody, that can be further broken down into sole physical custody, primary physical custody, and then joint physical custody. Sole physical custody essentially most of the time would mean that one party would essentially have the only physical custody to be exercised with respect to the minor child or children, and that the other parent or other parties involved have no access to have contact in a physical way with respect to the minor child or children. Primary physical custody would mean that one parent or one party would primarily exercise the physical custody of the child, with the other parent maybe having visitation or secondary physical custody on a more limited basis and lesser amount of time than the primary custodian would have. And then a joint physical custody arrangement would be a situation where both parents or parties involved would share equally with respect to the physical custody of the child or children. This could be on a week-to-week schedule, a 3-4 schedule, or 2-2-3 schedule. It just depends upon the circumstances, and there could be other schedules as well. So to quickly recap, there several different types of custody, that being legal custody, physical custody, and then the lesser form of custody would be visitation. This is as I put in the slide here, a secondary form, which is visitation on a more limited basis concerning minor child or children. If you have any issues as it relates to custody or want to discuss those issues with us, please feel free to reach out. Our phone number is 633-4529. You can reach us by email at office@hayesattorneync.com or www.hayesattorneync.com to get more information off of our website. Obviously, watching this video does not make you a client. It is provided for general information only.